bit of that drunkard fumble.
Yeah,
You're
no,
high on that heat.
Yeah.
High on the heat, and then everyone kind of start. It was that last fall you saw them both. You saw that Kiwi had taken that kill screen hit, didn't work out. Lucky came back and said, "Nah, I'm not doing that."
And that really hurts, man, because he thought he had that game, but the quarter somehow sent him in instead of out, man. And that was the game. That was the game. And it's like, I don't even know what happened on that last stock where Kiwi ended up falling to his death, man. But either way, I was surprised that Lay Dog went out that hard, man. Like, he was really trying to end the game. He was
that
done with
drunkard
it.
stumble. They were both just scrapping out. They were just throwing out their last options right there at the very far edge of the screen. And I think that's probably what dunked Kiwi at the very end.
Yeah.
He tried to scrap just a little too hard at the end screen instead of just trying to focus on coming back in.
Absolutely. I completely agree. I feel like he could have slowed it down and controlled a lot more space, but I guess Lay Dog just coming out on top on that one. Now we got the OpZ Steve versus Zolarity, baby. Steve coming through, and hey, man, listen, this is the Steve that I lost to earlier. This Steve is playing hot, brother, but Cloud is a character that's notoriously known for doing really well against Steve, so we'll see if he can zone break a little bit.
You know, and of the games I've seen, I love, of the games that I watched this earlier, I'm only here for that, I do love this specific matchup between Underdog and Zolarity.
Exactly, man, and this is just a matchup of unemployed versus employed here, so I'm rooting for Team Employed, man. Let's go, Zolarity!
Yeah, let's go! You may not be paying rent right now, but it's your parents' house.
Yeah, exactly, brother. Like, listen, man, I'm trying to be unbiased as I possibly can, but you know, I gotta root for the working man. You feel me?
Oh, okay. Spending limit to destroy the crafting table.
Absolutely, man. And part of the reason why we don't see OpZ building a lot of it is because Cloud back here just decimates it in about 1 or 2 swings. So it's super good into those walls. So it kind of forces OpZ to scrap a little bit more. On top of that,
he has to actually kind of fight them off to get anything worthwhile.
Exactly. It's almost not worth putting up those walls there, and he just kind of has to fight his way out.
So you're going to have to kind of give me a little bit of insight here, since I'm super unfamiliar with Steve and kind of the dynamic that he's kind of come into recently as very, very frustrating. And what seems to be kind of a semi-oppressive character. What's really bringing Steve out against people that's really kind of bringing the kind of ire from the kind of community?
Yeah, no, so Steve is definitely one of those polarizing characters where he doesn't really play Smash in the traditional way. Steve is one of those characters that doesn't really have to interact with you, as he can just set up a wall, hide behind it, mine for resources, get diamond, and then hit you in one combo string that's pretty simple to 80, 90, or kill you off of 1 or 2 interactions. On top of that, he has minecart at a disadvantage, which can and will kill you. And then minecart can also trap you in it, and then he can just walk right up to you, up smash, and you're dead. So there's a lot of things that Steve can do that is just really frustrating to a lot of players because it's hard to compete. But Cloud is one of those characters that can keep up with that.
Yep, he's not super intimidated by what Steve is kind of bringing.
Right, and kind of the reason why Cloud is really good into this matchup is, again, it can go through walls. If he does have that wall and Steve is standing next to the wall, you can just back air it.
Yeah.
And on top of that, like, anytime that Steve tries to walk up and up tilt, this Cloud could just up B, and it's just, you're out of here. On top of just outranging Steve entirely.
Yeah, sir. Oh,
And those are the up tilt strings that I'm talking about. These are the combos. These are the things that make Steve so impressive and so good. That was 2 interactions and he's gone. He's out of here. And it's just absolutely insane. Like, I don't know all the depths and nasty stuff that Steve can really do it on a super technical level, but I do know that Steve can do that. And I do know that I die to that all the time. And it's insane, man. But
I may not know how to play this game, but that was exciting.
Yeah, that was sick. But man, Zolarity still got OpZ on the ropes here. Definitely looking for the ways to end this match.
It's just gonna be, there's one of those moments you mentioned. He's just walling him off, trying to stay away.
Clean tomahawk cross limit,
He's got that. He's hungry. He's hungry. He smells him. He's coming in hot.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And definitely finding a beautiful kill there, getting the tomahawk into the limit cross slash. Beautiful stuff coming out from Zolarity there. Love to see it, man.
Wolf on the hunt. I'm gonna commentate every time now. This is really the reason why I'm gonna commentate. He was commentate. It's me. And
That's me, baby. Let's go.
I just, if it's more official one, I just have to keep this down there.
Oh man, I don't know.
Versus now, which we can just do.
No, we can lift it up. Exactly. He's sipping a little bit. All right, here we go in game 2 on Town and City here, man. I just got to figure out how OpZ's going to switch it up this time around.
Yeah, so now I'm a little unfamiliar again. There are specific strategies in picking stages. What exactly is the advantage of picking Town and City? Is it because there's a shorter ceiling?
No, so the ceiling is actually really high on Town and City. So the reason why you would pick the stage is for the smaller blast zones on the platforms that eventually go into an FD style of stage here. And it also gives you a lot more space, because the stage is bigger horizontally, that you get a lot more space to kind of maneuver into camp and to mine a little bit. So those are the kind of reasons why you would choose a stage, but Zolarity doing a really good job of just not giving him that space.
Yeah. It's like we said, he's just on the hunt right now.
Absolutely, man. Just catching him hanging out on the ledge a little too long.
It's kind of as you said that, it seems like Cloud just has a little bit, it just has just the right tools to kind of keep up with Steve.
Right, and as you can see there, he's not allowed to even touch his shield or else he gets outbeat because he doesn't have the range to space it out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if he goes in, he has to go in on his shield and then he just gets outbeat.
Looks like some of the practice matches with Power are kind of paying off on Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Zolarity's played this matchup 110,000 times, man. And, I love OpZ, but I don't think he's quite on the level of Power when it comes to Steve shenanigans. But looking for the fair there, but, OpZ beautifully DIing out. And now we get the funny combo. Yeah. Yes, sir.
This isn't an absolutely terrible space right now for Steve right now. Got it.
100%. And again, you saw that from one interaction, he got to 74%. Those are the type of things that kind of infuriate people about Steve. And that's why Cloud is so good in this matchup, because he doesn't particularly have to interact.
Which is unfortunate. There's a little bit of a, I'm sure Stevie's, Zolarity's kind of feeling a little bit of that. He's in the loser's bracket. This is kind of when that kind of first initial idea of being like, you know what? I've had time to accommodate myself into the game again. I'm back in. I know what my character does. The real player still goes down about to be like, how does my character interact with this character?
Exactly, and the match is not coming out, so Larry might be dead here. Yes, he is. That's unfortunate, man. And this is just a qualifier for top 8, man. So both of the tournament lives are on the line right now.
Certainly. A painful moment to watch there was that if he had just a painful interaction, specifically with just the mic card, in any other interaction with getting pushed off the stage there, he could have charged limit. He was right there, charge limit, jump back into limit.
Absolutely,
recovery,
man.
And you would have been fine. But you can't do anything while you're coming out of that mic card.
Exactly, and as we can see, man, the momentum has shifted so hard, and OpZ just testing the mash again, but Zolarity able to find his way out this time. Oh, beautiful spacing right there, man. Getting the dash attack to seal game 2, man. Yep, we got a game 3 on our hands.
He kind of found the route that he had to go to help deal with that.
Steve! Beautiful, man. So let me give you a little bit of backstory behind that one, because not a lot of people actually know why we shout Steve as much as we do, man. So when we were in Crown, we had our #1 player, Pal, against Varun. He's a really talented Wii Fei who ended up top 8ing. Every time that Pal would get a kill, we'd all just start chanting, Steve! And then everybody would chime in, and it was the funniest shit, man. So like every time that we see Steve on our screen, we have to be chanting Steve.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's for the people at home that don't exactly know why we do it. You know what I mean? Anybody out of state watching, now you understand a little bit what we got going on the inside.
This is going to be the hot match.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty much been a first match for everyone to learn each other now. And now I feel like this is where the real hardcore gameplay is going to come out. It's going to be a real test of it. I know that guy, he knows me. What are they going to do to kind of bridge that gap and be like, you know what? You don't know me. You don't know me. This is how I'm going to beat you, and you're not even going to see it coming.
Absolutely, man. So this is really just a test of adaptations at this point. What Zolarity's looking to do is just space out the Steve and keep him on the ledge here. He's just not looking to interact with a lot of Steve shenanigans, man. That's kind of the gist of the Cloud matchup. And what OpZ's trying to do is just kind of zone break into it and weave his way around back airs in order to find his way in. And then hit him for obscene percent / just straight up kill him. But OpZ doing a beautiful job with the back air off the ledge right there, man.
So now, is Steve considered a LED character?
I actually don't know Steve's weight. That's actually a really great question. would assume that he would be around middleweight percents, because he doesn't die particularly stupidly early.
But he did die relatively clean off of, I think, a card for like 80-90% off that back air. Which is, I mean, it's kind of hard to gauge. Cloud's back air is really powerful.
But then again, we are on Town and City, which has a small horizontal blast zone, so he could just die like that straight up. But Zolarity doing a super great job commanding the space and putting OpZ in his place. He read the roll there, but the back air auto-canceling right there, man. You hate to see that.
Yeah.
He's just using the limit to, you know, schmoove a little bit, and as it runs out, throws out the limit blade beam.
Yeah, this is just a great use of his limit. I would have loved to have seen this a little bit more in his Bayonetta gameplay.
100%.
And just being like, you know what, I'm going to get off my really good damage. Albeit Blade Beam is just not going to pay off.
Oh, wow, just a raw downer killing right there.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Take it away, King. Man, take it away.
But getting the uppy off of ledge here to just kind of find his way back in. Man, but as you can see, OpZ, oh wow, wrong way on that limit cross slash, or limit blade beam.
Sorry, Chief, that was not it.
Beautiful jump out.
Oh, okay.
Oh!
Fighting for his
life!
You're dead! He's fighting for his life!
See you later, OpZ! God damn!
Let's go!
Man, what a crazy end to that set.